Hey everybody, it's Kate Peters. I've got a really cool training for you. So join me. Let me just see. Just make sure everything is working lovely, as I hope it is. If you are there, let me know you can hear me. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're from. Happy, everyone's having a lovely day today. Let's see, I just want to make sure that sound is working good. So please say hello. All righty. So, hey everybody, it's Kate Peters, your breakthrough success expert, and I'm here with a really cool brand new training. Please say hi. Greetings from Boston. We got a nice sunny day, so yay, that's always a really good thing to have. And super excited about this training because it's just perfect where everybody's thinking about their goals that they want to achieve this year, and I want to teach you something that I bet you haven't thought about yet. So I'm really excited to have this opportunity to share with you. And just going to push everything else aside for a moment, right? Because this is going to be a short training, and if you really want to maximize what you're learning, just kind of plug in, focus in, put the phone away. I'm actually going to turn the volume of my phone down, so I'm going to just do that as well so it doesn't distract me, and I can just totally focus in on you and what I want to teach you. So if you're like me, you probably set some goals and things you want to achieve this year, maybe even want to exceed them, right? Which is pretty cool. So you might have come up with some new action plans, some new steps of things you want to do. And so I want to share with you something that I'll bet you've not thought of doing before. And that's why I'm excited to share with you. So you've got new actions, right? You probably saying, now I'm going to do this, or I'm going to double this, or I'm going to increase that, or I'm going to change this thing or that thing, whatever, to get you be more productive, get you better results. And that's important, right? Because you got to do those things to get the results you want. That's really, really critical. And so anyway, sorry, I was seeing something flashing. I wanted to make sure everything was okay. So what I just want to say is that there's one other piece that is really going to help you enhance your results, enhance your goals. And that's really about learning to show up in your brilliance. Because taking the action is really important, but I want to share with you something that instead of making it all about what you're doing, because doing all it does is give you this, I'm going to show you my list. I'll show you an empty one, just gives you a big, huge list of like to-do stuff, right? And then people get the big words overwhelmed, they get anxious, they get stressed, all that kind of stuff, and you're not enjoying it. And when you're in that state as well, you're not as creative. So I kind of want you to push that away. Yes, you do need to, of course, ramp up and change, the actions and behaviors and your strategies to get different results. But there's something that's equally, if not more important, and that is starting to step into your brilliance. Okay, and starting to step into your brilliance, which means really kind of standing in your power and starting to be that person who gets these results, who has those things happen. So let me give you an example. I had a client who was planning on doing a workshop, and which is all fine, right? She had the thing mapped out, and all that. We're having a coaching call, and she was really feeling disappointed and sad and frustrated because she's like, "Hey, I'm making calls." She goes, "I'm making cold calls even, and so yay for her. She's making cold calls, she's making warm calls. She was telling me how many calls she's making. I mean, awesome, that rocked. But yet nobody was saying yes. Nobody was saying yes. So can you imagine those feelings? You got people live on the phone, they're talking to you, but yet nobody's willing to sign up for her workshop. And so she was questioning, should she even be doing it? Maybe she should cancel it. Maybe it's not meant to be. And so I asked her to just kind of share with me, what she was saying and all, and what the conversation was like. And so when she did, as I listened to it, I could totally get why people were not excited and why they were not signing up, because she wasn't showing up like somebody who was super excited, and she was not showing up in her brilliance of somebody holding a workshop. Instead, she was sounding like somebody desperate and scared, hoping, fingers crossed, that you will actually, that they would actually buy tickets to her event. And understand, when you hear that type of energy, you might not be able to name it. You might not be able to say, well, this is what's going on, because you shouldn't. Oh, and thank you for the heart, whoever did that. But you will feel that something is not right. And so instead of being magnetized, you'll actually be repelled. And again, you might not know why, but it doesn't interest you, it doesn't excite you. So that's what was happening. So I did the work with her to help her start shifting her energy so she could start showing up in her brilliance, because the topic she was teaching was her brilliance. She was amazing at it. And she was surprised at how quickly things started to turn around, and she was getting lots and lots of yeses. So, what I want to challenge all of you today and going forward is to start stepping into your brilliance. So, not only are you creating new action plan, new strategies of what you're doing this year going forward to help you both reach or possibly even exceed your goals, but how can you start showing up and being that person you need to be to have those results happen? How can you start being that person you need to be to start getting those results that you want to have happen? Now, I'm not talking about fake it till you make it. We've all heard that expression before. That's not what I'm talking about, because that's kind of it's not aligned with where you are, because even just the words fake it, right? It's not aligned. I'm also not talking about the imposter syndrome, because we've all seen people like that on Facebook, right? You know, with the glam shots and look at me, I'm so cool, I'm so awesome, you know, smoking my cigarette, just kidding. They're not, nowadays they're not smoking, but, you know, just acting so cool. But we all know, if you get to, or if you don't know, if you get to know them, I mean, there's nothing behind them. It's just totally fake. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about learning how to really believe deep down that this is who you are. This is who you're meant to be, and starting to understand that is who you are. Because when you're able to show up like that, everything starts to change. And you'll see that in the results that you get and how quickly the results start to shift. That's when you start getting invited to new opportunities. You start getting new connections with people, maybe the ones you never even anticipated before. And that's, you know, when clients are eager to work with you. I met with a woman the other day who was president of a Fortune 500 company, and she's like, Kate, I love your energy. If you had told me years ago somebody would be saying that to me at her level, I mean, I never would have believed it. But when you start showing up like that, things totally change. And one thing I do know for a fact is what I'm saying to you, as you start listening, will start making sense. But I also know that sometimes it's easier said than done. And if that's the case and you want more information about how I can help you do it, please reach out to my team, info@katebeaters.com. That's info@katebeaters.com. Maybe I can help you through some coaching or come to one of my events. But again, oh, and thank you for the hearts and all that stuff. Yeah, I see Maria, what you said, yeah, you started doing videos. Yeah. So just start thinking about who do you need to start being, because everything you do, so she's talking about her videos, everything you do will start showing up from that place of power, your brilliance, as opposed to somebody who is kind of like scared, saying like, I hope you like me and I hope you listen to me. So this is my challenge for you today, going forward, forever. Who do you need to be? What do you need to do to start to become that person who gets the results that you want? Okay? So please, if you enjoy this training, please share it with your friends, your community. Let them start to learn as well. And until we meet again, everybody, be brilliant. Bye now.